If you love surreal horror, psychological horror, and symbolism, man do I got a pilot for you. Ersatz is an independent animated pilot. I know because the description told me so. The first glance of this project was under a minute at the beginning of 2025, and fairly recently, the official pilot has been released. Drenched in despair and deformed faces, the first look showcases a few different characters. It's not a lot, but it's a good litmus test as to who this kind of animation is for. Over the next year, teasers would give us a better look at the world. The first teasers reveal a lot, such as voices and character names.
You don't remember me?
No, why? I can't seem to remember anything.
No, I don't know what to tell you, mate. You sign up like the rest of us. Maybe it's a bit too late to get cold feet.
Lotus, a short world-building slideshow, paints the environment with the requirement of masks. Another trailer, the Kickstarter one, is extremely cryptic, alluding to something worth protecting, machines, weakness, and a war of some kind. In just the span of about half an hour, St. Griever managed to introduce 5 different characters, establish world-building symbolism, and all the horrors that take place in the pilot of Ersatz. We start with what appears to be a first-person shot of someone dragging you at the bottom of a ravine. However, the guy with long hair can't remember because Shadowface guy is talking to long hair and says long hair is sick. Then we get introduced to the other main characters, Zombie Guy and Pigface. Their actual names are Monroe, Mophead, Carrie, and Warwick. Along with the others, all of them are preparing for a war of some kind, since these are soldiers, and each of these characters are disfigured in some way. After establishing the characters, they are under attack. At about 7 minutes in, we get to the more psychological part of the film, where Longhair bled out. He died. But he's not actually dead. As the world spins around him, a giant flying being appears in his line of sight. It reinforces his injury. Once woken up, he has legs again, but several signs reveal a bombshell of his existence. And this loops, seemingly forever. You are mere ammunition in this war. They butcher the dead bodies for the machine called the Resurrector, a glorified soldier printer that uses bodies for its ink. The nurse gives Mophead a checkup after this revelation, then a mysterious figure tries to make a deal with Mophead for his bread, but Zombie Face steps in. Remember the gas mask I mentioned in an earlier teaser? Mophead uses it as leverage against Monroe to get the info he wants, since nobody is helping him understand what's happening.
Tell me who I am. Tell me, and I'll save your damn life.
No! You fucking psycho!
If you don't tell me in 5 seconds, you'll die here.
I'll fucking come back.
Okay.
Eric Wolf. That's your
name.
Mophead is Eric Wolf, or was. Parts of Mophead belonged to Eric Wolf, and Eric was friends with Monroe, until the original Eric Wolf died. In the post-credits scene, a dog with a gas mask runs. The mysterious man is back, and gives the bread to the dog. Let's go back to the second teaser. In the description, it gives us more backstory to this world. Ersatz is a surreal horror about an amnesiac in an endless war. Mophead, a nameless soldier of the Crown Army and protagonist of Ersatz. A terrified amnesiac, they have no idea who they are or why they're here, but they're expected to fall in line just like everyone else. Warwick, a Contim soldier of the Crown Army. With the rank of corporal, he's seen it all, and over the course of his service, his gas mask has gradually fused with his skin. Monroe, a contem soldier of the Crown Army, rotated in from the northern front, he keeps his head down and does his job. But it seems like he's seen something he shouldn't have. Carey, a contem soldier of the Crown Army, reckless, vulgar, prone to long tangents, frequently reprimanded for tasteless jokes, chronically unwashed and very unserious. Only occasionally does he try to be helpful. In the Lotus teaser, we learn more about the gas mask. An instructor holds a demo on the JL4 Lotus gas mask, developed by Cohen Tobacco for general issue by the Crown Army. In the description of the pilot, we learn several things. No AI was used in this production, and there's merch, although most of it is sold out. If it wasn't, I would probably buy a few things because they actually look really cool. The film is drenched in symbolism to the point where, while you're watching, people have seemed to decipher what certain symbols mean in the comment section, like this for example. I know it's an Ouroboros, but I wasn't sure about the other symbol. The symbol of the sun face returns at the base, and is possibly a god or idol of some kind. Past this point, I'm not going to pretend most of these revelations are my own, since it's hard to avoid when people timestamp their theories in the comments of this pilot. But that's the thing, because there are still some questions that remain, such as why we are fighting an endless war, so people have gone to speculation. Watts says, on a rewatch I realized something. Carey gave Mophead the idea to use fear of death as a motivator for Monroe to spill the beans. Unlike the Skullmug video where I got to watch it like 6 different times because of how short it was, this is a half-an-hour pilot, so I've only fully watched the pilot once. I'm sure on a rewatch I would glean a lot more. Lazuli says, the hooded man's character design is one of my favorites in this, particularly the eyes. They look like solar eclipses, contrasting the sun symbol entity. His backstory seems intriguing. The hooded man is the mysterious man that we mentioned earlier that doesn't really have a name. He's kind of one of the mysteries of this pilot. March says, you're an animal. Your brain will betray you. Now this is a fantastic line of dialogue. This is so well done. Love the concepts and the art direction. There are several one-liners in this pilot that really stand out, and it really makes me excited for future episodes. This quote was also in one of the teasers from earlier. Kane says, this scene is easily my favorite for 2 reasons. The dialogue, art, and the voice acting all weave together so well, which makes this scene already feel perfect. The cherry on top is the incredible visual storytelling. We see a light above Mophead's head, and in the film, sometimes shots like this are reminiscent of a savior or an angel of some kind, and that makes sense because Mophead is saving Monroe, even though it's contradictory in a way because they were blackmailing him a second ago, yet Monroe still would have died without Mophead's help. 10 out of 10 cinematography. This is just one of those works of art where the more you watch it, the more you can glean from it. Tactical said, the fact that the slides are fractals are so intriguing to me. Fractals stretch on for eternity, and it's a really fitting detail for this story. Yeah, this is one of the best reveals of the pilot so far. Honestly, when I saw this, I was like, oh, everything's clicking into place now. Juked says, this part of the conversation honestly feels like Mophead did something but forgot about it or is scared of facing it. There's a lot of stuff that's up in the air the more you think about it, which leads to theories like this. On a second watch, I kept thinking about the sun god. Mophead is a vision of this entity while dead. Initially, you'd think this to be a grim reaper of some kind, but it's more complicated than that. After a dark tunnel, Mophead appears on the end of a conveyor belt. We know that the bodies are used to construct newer versions of the soldiers, though we never see exactly how it's done. The machine is called the Resurrector, and it's here where I believe the entity is woven in. During the major reveal, it's hinted that there is something that can create or heal or resurrect someone. A womb-like substance. This I believe to be the entity. On the outside, it just looks like a machine, yet we don't know exactly the inner workings besides a dark tunnel. Almost as if the machine is birthing out life. It's as if the machine requires a sacrifice or input to work, like a treaty or an agreement between the crown/army and the entity. This isn't the only time we see the entity. They literally take the body parts to a statue of the entity, furthering my theory. Immortality. An entity with a sun face. An endless war. What do you think it all means?